Thank you for your speech. Just a question, it's outside of our topic actually, but I think it's related to Amnesty International. Are you aware of what's happening in the Central Africa and what you have done regarding that? Thank you.
Okay. I think it's just, I mean, that's one example of where Amnesty covers the world. I mentioned earlier that we're a global human rights organization, and so we are constantly reporting on the atrocities and conflict and human rights violations around the world. So that's an area where we have a lot of work we've been doing in terms of issuing reports and calling on the UN and UN Security Council to take action. It's one that doesn't get much mention in the media because there aren't any reporters there. So it's a classic case of the Western media not being very interested in what's happening in Africa, in that part of Africa right now. But we certainly have issued many, many reports. Our executive director of Amnesty has been there, or in the refugee camps just outside of the country. And if you go to our website, you will actually find a lot of reports. Again, the media doesn't pick it up, but we still issue the reports, and we still call on governments to take action.
Okay, next questions? Next question to Don Wright.
I was wondering for the reporters that you get your information to write reports about what's going on in the world. Do you guys focus on do you guys focus on the cities, or do you also go to the villages? Because most violations happens in the villages and nobody write about them, and they are, you know, like we know about them because we have people, like our people are there, but we don't hear about them in the media. And so do you cover the villages as well, or just the big cities? Thank you.
Absolutely, we cover all the cities and villages, and often that means going quite a ways out of the area of the cities, along lots of roads. Our researchers go deep into countrysides and speak with the villagers and people that are affected. And whenever we go into a country, we insist on that kind of access, that we're not just kept in the big cities, that we actually get out. And so our researchers in Cairo, or in Egypt, I thought about Cairo because that's where I was, but they were in other parts of the country as well. So they do get out and talk to people where people's rights are being violated. We're out there. And often that means we're in refugee camps, just outside of countries like Central African Republic. We're not there, but we're in refugee camps talking to people that are just leaving the country. So we're able to get really good first-hand information from people. Yeah. I know you've got a very long evening and a late start, so I think we'll probably end it there, because I think we want to hear from our main speaker. But I do thank you, and I do encourage you to go to the Amnesty website and get a sense of how we report on things. We're a non-partisan organization, so we simply hold whoever's in power, we hold them accountable for the human rights violations and for dealing with past violations. So I think that's it for me tonight, and I thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to the following speakers. Thanks.